Hello everyone, it is Monday, September 26th, and last night I did a video, and it was basically a grading video, and I spoke about my displeasure with people who sell books and state books for a certain grade, and then those books aren't that grade, and how people really need to understand that when you're selling books, you have to be accurate with the grades. Don't sell low grade books at a high grade price, and I gave a couple of examples. Well, lo and behold, today when I came home, I got a package in the mail of some books I bought off of Facebook, a Facebook website, or a Facebook page that people sell and trade comic books. So the scans look pretty good. There are, I believe, 5 books in here. A couple of Planet of the Apes from the 70s, a couple of other books, and then like a Sergeant Rock annual. All good prices. I was happy with the prices, but now we're going to see how the books were graded by the person. I know what he gave the grades on, and so we're just going to kind of take a look and see how close he was. So this came from Richmond, Virginia. I didn't pay a lot for these books, but I do know that the shipping was very fast. Already, you can see there is some crushing on the box, but it feels like he has some cardboard in there, so I don't feel that the books are going to be damaged by this. So let's take a look at what we have here. Let's open this up. And like I said, here's the cardboard he has in it, and there's nothing in the book. So I'm going to keep the books here. It just covered my face. So here they are, the books. So the first book, well, he put them back to back, so that already is a no-no for me, but we'll see how the books are. The first book we're going to look at is A Strange Adventure, number 234. It's a 25-cent, 52-page giant, and he put this down as a 7. He put this down as a 7, and I am looking at this book right now, and this book is not a 7. By any stretch of the imagination. The cover's a little loose. Staples are attached. It appears to be intact. But like I said, the cover is a little loose on it. You can see kind of some damage on the upper area on the book. Looking at it here, not a horrible book, certainly not a 7. I'm going to give this book probably closer to a 5.5. I'm going to say 5.5. I think it's a fair grade for this book. There's really no smell on the book. So he said a 7, I say a 5.5. That is a grade and a half off. Second book, Sergeant Rock Annual, number 4, 1984. He said this was a 7.5. Looking at this book here, it appears it's... I just love looking at these old books. Well, not old, but I mean, I was 16 years old when this book came out, and I remember a lot of the cartoons and stuff in here, with a lot of the advertisements. For the most part, this book looks pretty good. There is a little bit of... It's pretty nice, actually. Not a 7.5 by any stretch of the imagination, but I would say a solid fine plus. I'd give it a fine plus, be happy with that grade. So he's a grade off of that, not terrible. Here is Forbidden World, number 77, 10-cent cover. He said this was a 6. This is from 1959. There's the book itself, right here. Forbidden World. Like I said, he said it's a 6. And this book is not horrible. Make sure the centerfold is good. Centerfold. Well, the staples are attached in there. Doesn't appear that any coupons are missing. Doesn't appear any coupons are missing. No real chips or tears, but there is some pretty decent amount of breaks. But again, this book is from 1959. It's a 10-cent cover. Not horrible, not terrible. A 6, it's probably pretty close to a 6. I'd probably say stronger in the 5 to 5.5. But I know a lot of people would see this book and say a 6. So I'm not horribly disappointed with that book there. These next ones are 2 Planet of the Apes, number 3 and 4. He stated that these were 8.5. These were supposed to be 8.5s. Here's the first one we're looking at here. Number 3, Planet of the Apes. Back looks pretty good. Little bit of spine up on the upper part of the spine by the gorilla's face up there. And we got 1975 on this. Again, most important thing, which a lot of people seem to miss. It's complete. Real nice Hostess ad right there. You know, Hostess and the Twins of Evil. Little letter from Stan Lee. Everything seems to be pretty much intact. So he said 8.5. I'm probably leaning closer to a 7 on this. My grading. Not a terrible book. Not horrible. So 7.5. So he's fairly close on that grade. The next one is number 4, Planet of the Apes number 4. Again, he said an 8. Great Evel Knievel. If you a lot of those books in the 70s had Evel Knievel in the back. Back looks pretty good. Front, again, little bit of issue with the spine up by the gorilla. He said an 8.5, but I would feel very comfortable giving this probably a 7.5. So he's fairly close on the grades. Let's take a look at the spine, the centerfold in here. Staples are attached. Again, not a bad book at all. Pretty good. A Twinkie ad in there with Superman. There's the Twinkie ad with Superman. Again, really like these old books here. But for the most part, not horrible. I mean, I didn't pay a lot for these books. Big thing is this. Overall, this was pretty decent. The guy wasn't too far off. Forbidden Worlds, which was the oldest book, the 1959, was pretty close. Sergeant Rock was fairly close. The Strange Adventures, I thought, was off by a good grade and a half. 5.55. He said it was a 7. But again, like I said, not everybody grades the way I do. So overall, for what I paid for them, not overly disappointed in these books. I'll definitely be able to sell them and get, you know, a small profit off of this. But again, he was pretty good. I'm going to give him a little message saying thank you. Again, I don't expect people to be spot on with my books. I expect them to look at a book. Again, my grading is a lot harder than anybody else out there because I demand a lot from my books. So I'm not overly disappointed with these 5 books I got. Overall, pretty good. Again, cost factor wasn't that much. I got a couple more books coming in from a guy who is usually spot on. I'll do another video as it relates to that. I'm hoping those books come in end of the week, Thursday, Friday, possibly. And I also got a Laserdisc coming in, an old Fright Night Laserdisc, which is pretty cool. If you've never seen them, I'll show you guys that too. So overall, not terribly disappointed. Again, his grades were pretty close to mine, so I can't be too upset about that. When I buy books on eBay, and you guys should be doing this as well, whatever the person says the grade is, I automatically knock it down a couple of points if I can see things on the scan. I mean, if I can see significant damage on the scan, I don't buy it. These are not big color breaks. You can see things, so they didn't come up real good they didn't come up real clear on the scans. But like I said, overall, I'm fairly happy with this purchase. I'm not disappointed. It's not like the book was ripped in half, or I've had books where people said it's a 9 and the outside of the book looks fantastic and the back cover looks great. And you're like, okay, this is a good book. And then the Marvel stamp is missing inside. And someone did send me a question regarding what is a Marvel stamp. So on my next video, I will show you guys what a Marvel stamp is, because a missing Marvel stamp drops the book right to a 4. Possibly a 4 or 5 in some cases. I say a 4 to 4 or 5, no more than that. So again, it was just a quick video to kind of show you what I got in the mail. And again, this seller on Facebook, I might deal with him again because he was fairly close. I just have to look a little closer and understand that he's probably going to be from the the 5 books I got here, about a grade and a half off, probably closer to a grade off of what I am. So that's not too horrible. So again, I hope you liked the video. It was real short, but if you didn't, as always, nothing I can do for you. Have a great night.